Hello and welcome everybody to the Positive Principal Show. This is the last show. It seems like it's gone by, like I didn't even realize it has gone by so flippin' fast. But we have Joan and Amanda here who have, since we missed last week because they had some courageous projects that they were working on where they're really accomplishing the goals that they set out at the beginning of this. And so if you've been following along with what Joan and Amanda wanted to achieve, you're going to be really, really flippin' impressed. But before we learn about that, let's let the wonderful Max Ryan have a little chit chat with us. So Max, how's it going today?
It's going fantastic. Welcome to our new 7:30 slot.
Oh, yeah, that's
fantastic. True. I love the 7:30 slot, 10:30 Eastern. It works for me. It's great. So welcome, everybody. As you can tell, we are a half an hour late. Technical difficulties. It's all meant to be, right? So welcome to the show. You know what? This is the last show that we have with Joan and Amanda. Wah, wah, wah. And, you know, we've had such a great time, but tonight is going to be really fun because all of you, since we skipped last week, we gave Joan and Amanda some really great homework that we're going to be catching up on. We're going to see what their journey has been the whole time for the whole time that we've been working together, see where they were before and where they are now, and all the things they've learned and all the things they're planning to implement in the future. So as we always say, and Polly is really wonderful at reminding us, you know, when you do this work, sometimes it's just the seeds that are planted. The seeds that are planted, they might not grow into an oak tree yet, but it could be in the future, in like 3 years, wink, wink, we might see some incredible, incredible things out of Amanda and Joan. We've already seen amazing things, so it's great to have you all here. So, yeah, we're gonna get started. If you want to know about me, my name is Max Ryan. I am a coach. I am a spiritual teacher, and I teach people to move in their life from an orientation of craziness, fear, overwhelm, to an orientation of peace and flow and love. And everything I do is on attractpositiveresults.com. What about you, Polly?
I am a coach and an intuitive, and my website is gateways2peace.com. I have a really big thing coming up in July. It's live on July 14th, and it's Sacred Stories. So it's a spiritual summit, and I'm live on July 14th. But you can go to my website, which is gateways2peace.com, and that's with a number to learn more about that. But I'm really excited, and I've been putting in a lot of work just with the organization of it. So I just have one little piece left. You have no idea how excited I am. One little piece left to send off, and then it's like not my ass. I was gonna say my aspect. my part's done.
Good, great.
We're very professional here. Stop it.
Oh yeah, we never have fun either. We never laugh. I just want to say that if you are watching live, you can chat with us if you're logged on to YouTube. Like Sandy has already started the chat. So I am looking at the chat right now. So I will be checking in with the chat, and we will be doing giveaways at the end of the show like we've done every show.
Yeah.
Now, Sandy says, will Amanda and Joan continue their blogs?
Ooh, good question.
I'm not sure about that. We haven't done that in other seasons, but possibly we'll talk to Amanda and Joan about maybe because obviously Sandy wants to keep up with what's going on with you. So yeah, we'll talk about that. Thank you for that question, Sandy. And if any of you have any questions or comments about what you're watching tonight, please put them in the chat and we will be reading them. Okay? All right, so are we ready to start, everyone? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so this is our last show. And in culmination, last week, Polly works with Amanda, I work with Joan, and we decided that we were going to give them an experience, a couple of different things that they had to do on their own while we were on a break. And those things were very specific, and there was reason why we did those things. We'll see what Amanda and Joan did with their projects. But actually, Polly, why don't you tell everybody what we asked Amanda and Joan to do?
Okay, so one of the things that we asked Joan and Amanda to do was to coach each other on one problem. And we did this, like we've talked a lot about how they're very different types of people. They take in the information very, very differently, and they share the information very differently. And so that would be very telling on how that comes across. And Amanda kind of has this natural, you know, cheerleader coach thing going on anyhow. It's like just this, you know, but then Joan, on the other hand, has this, is a teacher. And so together, you know, I thought that would be a really good fit. And if we could have filmed it, it would have been cool. But apparently they had a very lengthy conversation, so they'll share about that. So that was one aspect. And then we also wanted them, you know, Max talks a lot about the feel it real. And so we want something that's based on that, where you really, you recognize where you are right now in your life, and they both know what they want. That, you know, that's clear. Not necessarily going in, it wasn't necessarily as clear when we first started, but they got there like by week 2. And so we wanted them to be very, like, make an ad or something very clear about where they are right now. And then we want to move forward like 3 years from now, and where are they? And so that's that thing where they have to give a lot of detail into their life and what they want. And where are they? Are they married? Are they single? Where do they live? Are they a swimming instructor? Who knows? Maybe they're a director, whatever. And so we really wanted them to figure out and put thought into creating their life. And so, and they could share this ad however it is, but this is them selling their product today.
Right, and we gave them total, you know, freedom about how they wanted to do it. They could have done a video, they could have done a commercial, they could have done, you know, a booklet, they could have done a million different things. But the point being is to see how they would show up in the world now, and then how they show up in the world in 3 years from now, after they've already achieved success in their chosen fields. Yeah. And so it's really powerful and everyone out there that is watching, it's a very powerful exercise to say, what if in 3 years I actually was married, I actually had my career, I actually was a sought after author, whatever it happens to be. What would my life look like, and how I would present myself? What clothes would I wear? What words would I be using? How would I present myself? And because ultimately that's what we want to, from a metaphysical point of view, we want to bring that closer to us instead of us always reaching for it. And if we are always reaching for it, it always is kind of out of the picture. So instead, we want to just start bringing that closer to us and knowing that that is the truth of who we are. And then things start to literally manifest into your life when you know clearly where you're going, right? You agree with that, Polly?
I am. And one of the things that I really liked about this is that they were, I mean, this actually to me is a crucial piece of this whole flippin' show, is that they were able to find the positive of where they are right now. Find the positive that they're already doing these things, and this transition's already happening. And that's a really powerful piece, because it's not like saying, you know, I'm going to be X in 2 months or whatever. They were already saying, this is where I am right now. This is what I've achieved. And I love that, because the power of being able to see your success already is huge, because that's the train. That's the momentum.
That's right. And everyone out there, in my book, I talk about goals, and I talk about switching goals around and thinking about it backwards. Instead of how far you've gone, think about how far you've come. And when you think about how far you've come, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm on my, that's as long as you're doing some work. And when you think about how far you've come, and you say, oh my gosh, I'm getting closer. But you don't have to be, because most of us are looking at it like it's so far away. But you know what? That time can collapse really quickly. And when you know what you want and you are saying, I'm working, it's doing, I'm in the right vibration, it will come that much faster, right?
Absolutely.
So, Polly, I think that maybe we should start having just a short conversation. The bulk is going to be about their assignments, but the short conversation, a little bit about how they coached each other.
Absolutely, for sure.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about what you coached each other about. First of all, you probably unmute yourselves now. So, hi, Amanda.
Hi. Hello.
Hi, Joan.
Hi.
Great. So let's do it like this, so we're not all talking over each other. Let's start with, let's do it this way. Amanda, can you talk about what you did to help Joan in your coaching session?
Yeah. So, that we would do like a conversation. So it wasn't so formal. So we were talking, and she mentioned, her art and whatnot. Actually, her show. So I told her ideas about what she should do for her first show that would embody her, because I remember during the show how she was so worried about judging or not accepting her, and I basically told her that she needed to just do something that's her and not worry about like what anyone else thinks she should do. Like I told her for her first show she should maybe do like some sort of showcase that not only showcases her art but also her music. So I said she needed to have something really fun back where her art is there, but it's, people buy it, they don't buy it, it's just whatever. Maybe have a DJ there playing her music if she has any tracks. That way people can not only look at her art, but they can listen to her music, because that could open the possibility up of her getting a gig at a party or something. And I also told her that she should have like vintage cameras at her show, because that would be really cool. It's not something people see every day, and that would be like a conversation starter, like cameras from like way back when. People can talk about how cool they are and what they do. I mean, and I told her, I know nothing about art. But that would be a party that I would be comfortable going to, because when I think of art shows, I think of like white walls, lots of money, stiff, nothing I would be a part of. And I feel like if she did something like that, it would also show other young artists that not all same. So I told her that she needs to have something fun that's her and just go with it.
I love that. What fun, great advice. Great advice. Obviously, what Polly said earlier is that you have a natural ability to coach people and to give ideas and to help people. So that's just really, really, really beautiful. Good for you. Good for you. Joan, how did you take that information from and those suggestions from Amanda?
Oh, I was really happy about the suggestion to show some of my camera collection, because that's probably, well, next to the pictures, probably one of my favorite things about photography is the camera equipment itself. And I have a lot of different cameras that I use to make work, and most of it is non-digital at all. It's all film and Polaroid cameras, and I think in 2013 I bought a camera every month. So because they're vintage, and at the time they were selling for less than what they were really worth. So it was like a really good time to buy things for, you got a lot of bang for your buck. Let's put it that way.
Wow.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah, it'd be really great idea to have the cameras at the show too, because I really never thought of that, even though it's like one of my favorite things about photography. So thank you.
The camera itself is art, right? The camera itself is a piece of art.
Engineering too, yeah, everything.
Beautiful. I love how you're helping each other. Great. I love it. All right. Good. Good job. Give yourself a round of applause. Very good. Very good.
Thanks, Amanda.
Very good. And I want to say that Catherine, Tranquil Me app, who is awesome. Catherine's saying she loves that idea. As soon as you were saying that, Amanda, about the camera, she loves that idea. And the camera are, yes, exactly. And Sandy is saying the camera is part of the artistic process. So it's great. And people are giving you a big round of applause. That's fantastic. I love it. All right, Polly, do you want to talk to Joan about how she coached Amanda?
I do, and I'm super excited because maybe you guys will stay in touch a little bit, because obviously, you know, there is some good ideas and a good flow of content there. Okay, so Joan, what was your situation? I mean, Amanda, what was your situation that you kind of wanted to be coached on?
I talked to Joan about moving to another state because I know that she has done it. So I just asked for her advice on what to think about before I do it, different things, because I've never moved. So that's what I asked her.
So Joan, how was that giving, how comfortable were you in that role, in the coaching role?
Oh, it was kind of cool to be able to help somebody that is in a similar situation that I had been when I was making the leap to move to New York. And I felt really lucky to be able to look back and share my experiences with her, because it's such a great thing to do I mean, just to reach and extend your experiences, and then to be able to share that with her. So my advice was just to take baby steps, like as opposed to trying to find a home to buy before she got to the city where she wants to go, to like at least get there first, maybe start with even a 1-month lease somewhere, so she could, I think it's a lot better to like walk down a street and find a house than it is to not be there and then look, like try to find it on the internet versus just being there and walking around and, you know, like sense the vibration of a block. New York is very like, I found all my apartments through Craigslist, and I actually kind of regret that. I would have been better off like, maybe Craigslist, it would point out a block that I could check out. But then I remember when I picked a place, I really wish I had walked to the next block, because that seemed more magical to me than the block where I lived. So until your feet are on the ground, I would say not to make any decisions, because you got to feel it out. So that was...
But you also gave her a good suggestion on a website, like a budget website.
Oh, yeah. This is totally amazing. I wish I had this a long time ago. I just got wind of this. It's a budgeting app. It's called youneedabudget.com. My little sister put me onto it, and it's changed everything. And I love it because it's flexible. So you can change where you allocate your funds as life changes. So it's really great. And I thought it would help her with the move, and just, you know, if you use money, you can use this app to your benefit. It's totally changed everything for me.
And then there was one other funny thing, and then we'll move on, but there was one other funny thing. So Amanda made Amanda made a big commitment this past week, a big purchase commitment this past week. And Joan, prior to that, Joan had given her what advice?
Yeah.
Well,
so I was
yeah,
talking
go
to
ahead.
Joan, and I was like, Joan, I'm gonna go buy a car today. And she was asking me what kind of cars I was looking at, and I was telling her. And Joan goes, don't buy a new car, like a brand new car. And I bought a brand new car.
It's gonna be fine no matter what.
I did. After that budget talk,
I'm not your boss.
I bought a brand new car. Yeah. Sorry.
I love it. That Joan is just like me. Practical. We're like, no. So good. I love it. You know, it's like, you know, we can coach our friends. We can help our friends, you know, and Joan and Amanda have really now become friends. So I love that so much. And there are no wrong choices. You do what you do, and you move forward, and you have a good time with it, you know? So if that's what you need to do, then that's what you do. Right?
It is.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, me too. What kind of car did you get?
2018 Toyota CHR.
Okay. How do you feel in it?
I love it. And I was telling Polly, the process went so smooth, and I really believe good practicing, letting good things come to me. And I got it for exactly how much I wanted to, and I got it everything I wanted. It just worked out.
Congratulations.
No, that's all great.
Very good. All right. Really good stuff. Congratulations on coaching each other, helping each other, and both of you really moving on into the next level of your life. It's great. So we're going to move into what your homework was, and what we've got some visuals here, everybody. So hopefully my screen share is going to work. So as Amanda talks about what she did, and as Joan talks about what she did, you will see what they turned into us for their homework assignments, right? So I think the best way to do this is that either, you know, we'll do them both, Polly, at both of them, and then, or should we do Joan's now and then Amanda's now and then the laters? What do you want to do?
Yeah, it's got to be separate because I think it's too confusing. Like we could do one of them, their current, and then go to the other current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Do that. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so Polly, why don't you lead Amanda into hers, and I will set up the whole situation.
Okay, so Amanda sent me hers earlier today, and I actually said, oh my gosh, it brought tears to my eyes because it was like, it really did, because it was like so cool to see her appreciation of how far she's come. So Amanda, share a little bit about, share like how far you've come and where you're at and how you decided to do what you're going to do or what you're doing.
Well, doing the project, it really had me thinking about where I'm at now, which it doesn't seem like that would be a hard thing to think about, but when someone asks you to put it on paper, it's a big thing. So I basically thought about the things that mean the most to me, like family, you know, where I work, things I like to do. And since Polly reignited my working out side back, I added that in there. You'll see I added some things in there because I really like motivating people, and that's the direction I'm taking. So I thought that it would be good to incorporate my kind of fitness journey. I did some tips in there about how you can get started. And since I'm kind of restarting, I'm also using those tips, as well as some, I listed some excuses that people use, which I use and I still use. So, I mean, and then I added some like before and after pictures of you know, how far I've come.
Great. Why don't I put it up on the screen share so you can talk about it as you go. So you all let me know when you see it.
I can see it.
Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to change this a little bit. Wow, the technology is working. Okay. All right, here we go. So Amanda, we can still see you on the bottom. Can you please describe to us what we're looking at?
Yeah, okay. So this is kind of the page, and this was probably my hardest page because I was thinking about what all I wanted to add on here. And so I just, you know, I give my age, and, you know, I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I work at a place called Higher Right, so I added that in there and kind of added what we do. I love to journal, so I wanted to add that on my front down there. I work out at 10 Gym, so I added that in there. And then family.
This is the gym?
Yeah, that's my gym.
I love it. That's fantastic.
And then family, because that's really, really important. Yeah, oh, I work for a place called Higher Right, so we do background verification and drug screens. And so that's just kind of a chart on what we do, what I do every day.
Great. Oh, I need to turn my volume off. Sorry, because it comes back to. Hold on a second. Let me just turn my volume off.
Says. Oh, there. Okay, so see if they can do the before when Max comes back, if he can do the before and after. Because that's like on the bottom of that picture, right?
What? The
yeah, yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's so cool.
Yeah. It really, I mean, I'm not at my like super smallest like I was there, but I'm not. So I mean I'm still super proud because because people can see that I know what it's like and I know how hard it is. It's not, I mean, I didn't do shakes or pills or anything. I worked hard.
Yeah.
You know, since I just want to just jump in here because I think when I speak, it pops up. So I want everyone to see what she did here. So I think it pops up on the big screen now. So that everybody can see it instead of the little tiny screen. So, okay, it's going to kind of be hard. Okay, Amanda, talk.
Oh, no, it's on the big screen. I can see it. My most favorite quote is, do something today that your future self will thank you for. Because what you do now and how you only get one body in this life. And so you kind of want to treat it right. So that's why I added that quote, because I love it. And so, yeah, that's, sometimes you forget how far you've come. So I'm glad I saved pictures. I'm glad so. Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful, 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 beautiful. Really, really, really nice stuff there, Amanda. I love so much of what you did on this, about where you're working. I love this middle one. Let me just talk about this really quickly, because I see that when I talk, it pops up for everybody here. It talks about your passion. It talks about stop with your excuses. I'm too tired, all of that stuff. So this is just fantastic. And then you go down, you see that. So absolutely beautiful, Amanda. Congratulations.
You know what?
Thank you.
I want to bring up one point. So on the bottom picture where she's at her heaviest, I want to show, but even then, look how proud and beautiful she's standing.
Yes, totally. Totally. Beautiful.
Yeah. I remember that day very well.
So that's really cool, because that's just a piece of who you are naturally. That's a gift, by the way, that you have that ability.
I completely agree with that. And Really beautiful, Amanda. Good for you. Good for you. Because a lot of times, you know what? People will see the before picture, and the before picture looks like wah wah wah. Yeah.
No, I'm still smiling.
You're smiling. You're proud, obviously, and you look just as beautiful now as it's all great. So good for you. Good for you. And then let me just say this while this is up here. Sandy and Sarah are clapping for you. They're saying, awesome, Amanda. Good for you, which is fantastic. Yay, Amanda. Very good. Very good. All right. Let me turn this down. Very great work on your homework. Fantastic. Okay. We're going to stop this. All right. So wait. Okay. So now we're going to do, wait, hold on. Where am I? There I am. Okay. So now we're going to go to the present day advertisement for Joan. And Joan is going to just work with us technically, everybody. Joan is going to tell you what she did first. So Joan, talk about it before I bring your present picture up, okay? Joan?
Yeah, sorry. I just slow on the button. Sorry.
It's okay. All good. Yep.
Okay. So I decided the first thing that I pictured when I was given the assignment was I pictured what a print ad would look like for an upcoming art show. So I decided to make an ad for a body of work. So it's called Youth and Beauty, which you'll see pretty soon after I stop talking. But so it's an advertisement for a show in San Francisco because I'm in the Bay Area right now. And
so you see it now. Is it there?
I think it's loading.
Okay. Keep talking.
There it is.
There you go.
Okay. So, yeah, I thought it was also pertinent because I've been working with kids for the past year or so. And so to do like portraits that were collaged, these are actually found photographs, but it's still photography. And that this is a vintage image that I then collaged with color shapes. So it's like a layered photograph that I created in a camera. And the work is really about like perfection. I mean, because it's inside of us and we all started as young people. And I really see it when I'm working with kids is like we have as much potential as they do, and it's so easy to see in other people, especially when they're young. And so it's something that's very close to me to see in them what is in us and is still in us.
I love it. I love it. I just want to talk for 1 second. I realized technically we should have had you screen share.
Oh yeah, I could do that on the next one too.
Yeah, on the next one, if you can, that would be great.
Okay.
But I don't know if Amanda can do it, but it's okay. But you know, I love that so much. And as I talk, everybody can look at this beautiful piece that Joan did. You know, I love taking everything that you're doing now and kind of expanding it because, I mean, I know you don't teach art to those kids. I know that you're teaching math skills, you're teaching more academic skills to those kids. But I love kind of the integration of using the power of the kids that you're living right now. That's really powerful because I always believe very strongly that whatever you're experiencing in this moment is really your gift to the world in many ways. Do you agree with that, Joan?
Yeah, definitely. I felt, I guess it just kind of worked out because as I was working on this project, this image kept coming back to me as the one I wanted to use. And then it kind of struck me later that it was all tied together with what I was doing anyway, but it wasn't really premeditated. It just kind of came out. So I'm really happy about that, actually.
Good job, Joan. I love it. I love it. Really, really good. Let me stop this share. Really, really, really fantastic, Joan. Good job. Good job. And once again, we see how amazing Amanda is, how amazing Joan is. They seem like they're in kind of similar-ish places, but they're very different in how they look at the world. And I want to say this for everybody that's watching. Your own unique vision, your own unique thing that you've got is just as valuable as anyone else. So really hold on to that, everybody, because, you know, people will be looking like, oh, I need to be like Beyonce. I need to be like, no, you don't. Beyonce's only Beyonce because she did what she does best. So you do what you do best. I mean, we have this incredible, inspirational, you know, cheerleader, Amanda, and then we have this introspective, thoughtful, incredible, academic, but artistic woman. And everyone has a gift. Everybody has a gift. Do you agree, Polly?
I do, and what I love about this is, you know, like what we've said time and time again, is how different these two are, and how they took the directions and went with it completely different. And everybody does have a gift, and that's what, you know, spiritually, that's why we're here, is to create and share our creation, and we all do that differently. We're not. I mean, that's just it. We are all different.
Yep, we're all different, but at the same time, it's kind of like, now I'm going to get a little spiritual. Like the Course in Miracles would say, we're all special, but no one's special, right? So there's part of us that relates to everybody because we're all connected, but that you have individual, incredible gifts to share to help people grow. But at core, we're all connected, right? So
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Really good. That first part was awesome. I'm really impressed with both of you doing and committing to it. So let's go to so the next part was, we said this was now. And then we said, okay, where are you going? What is your future? So we asked them to create an advertisement, a commercial or something for where they will be in 3 years, in 2020, right? So we'll move on with that. Now, Amanda, I will definitely pull up yours because I have yours. Joan might be able to pull up hers, I'm not sure, and do a screen share if she can, but I will do the screen share. So Polly, since you're working with Amanda, can you help Amanda to introduce what she did?
Yes, so Amanda, like, you know, for Amanda, I was like, look at your entire life. So you're at where you are right now, but in 3 years, like, look at your entire life and what do you want in your life? So it's not just the career that we've kind of been focusing on, but it's your entire flipping life, maybe even a beautiful blue car, who knows? But look at that. And where are you in 3 years? And she did that beautifully.
Yeah. I honestly feel like the 3 years was easier because, like, I know where I want to be, but it is getting there and getting started. So with the 3 years, I found everything that I would want in 3 years. And that's basically how I came up with my little thing, which it's not up yet, but there's my house, Polly.
And it's beautiful. I asked her if it was a duplex or not.
I don't know whose it is, but it's beautiful. But so I envisioned for me in the next 3 years, and you'll see it when it pops up, but I envisioned me buying a home. I'll be 30, so I was like, I feel like that would be a good time for me to pick a place, buy a home. And then let's see. Oh, and then I added my dogs. So when it pops up, you'll see my dogs. Those are my dogs now.
Oh, good.
And I feel like I'm going to have them in 3 years. So those are the dogs. And then I said I was going to be married. Now, I was a little
Okay, hold on. I just want to speak for a second so everybody gets to see it. Can you all see it now? Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I just want to make sure that you all are able to see it. I want to talk for just a second so that we can pull this up so everyone can see. This is the house, not duplex. This is the dogs, right? I just want to put this up there so everybody can see it. Sorry. All right. So go ahead, Amanda, and explain what everything else is.
Yeah. So I went ahead and said that I would be married. I don't think I'll have kids. That's why I just put marriage, which is fine with me. And I really want to travel with my significant other, so I put the little cruise boat. Maybe we might go on a cruise or something. And then I actually said that I was living in Nashville because right now that's the place where I see myself going. So over in this little corner, I put like downtown Nashville.
Okay,
And
let me speak for just a second so everyone can see it. Right here is the Nashville, and I do want to say, you know, I have a affinity with Tennessee, and I love Tennessee. It's a really wonderful place. So here's the cruise ship, everybody. Here's Nashville. What? Okay, Amanda, I see an empty store here. What is that?
So to kind of piggyback on my now, when I was talking about how like I like to motivate people and the gym and whatnot, that is my future gym studio, my little personal training studio. That I don't know if it would be done in 3 years, but it would be coming soon. So I decided to put that on my little board. My little.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, I'm going to scroll down so you can then wait. Hold on.
Oh.
Scroll down. Hold on. Here we go. Please. Here it says, I want everyone. I'm going to talk so everyone can see this. And only a workout. The only workout you regret is the one you didn't do. The location, which is on Nashville. The contact. You can do this. This is what it is right here. So go ahead. You describe it now that I talked.
Oh, you did perfect, Max. No, yeah, I just put down a location. It's not real, so no one try to find it. And don't email. Don't email down there because it won't. I don't know who it'll go to. But the name You Can Do This. I don't know if that would actually be the name, but that's just what I picked for now. But I just put my little storefront, gym stuff right there. And so I just thought that I would kind of make a little portion. The third page is just.
Okay, let's go to the third page. Let me pull down to the third page here. Okay, so, but this does have a little quote here that you obviously, and your mission statement. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say it while everyone, then you can talk about it. Quality in a service or product is not what you put into it. It is what customers get out of it, by Peter Drucker. I love that about us. Our mission is to empower everyone, young, old, short, tall, not fit. It does not matter. We want to help you not only look good, but feel good. I love that. Services, we offer personal training with a variety of top-rated trainers and a full list of group classes for all fitness levels. We also offer nutrition services as well. All right, so I just wanted to talk about that. Now you talk about why you did this page.
Yeah, so I did this page because I felt like I needed to just kind of go ahead and kind of put, if I had my own studio, what I would represent or what I would want it to represent if I had one. And so that's really why I wanted to put that on there. Maybe it was mainly just for me so I could look back and, see what I envisioned for myself. But, I mean, I love it. So that's kind of why I put it on there, just to kind of have an idea and stuff like that.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Good for you, Amanda. I mean, that's crazy specific. It is so, and everyone that's watching out here, it's crazy specific, And you know what I love about it, I have to say, in terms of manifestation, is that it's specific enough, but there's still a lot of room that you could still allow yourself to be like, that's not exactly what it is, but it's very close, right? So you have a lot of specifics enough, but you're general enough so that the universe can maybe bring you something even better.
Yep, exactly.
Another thing that she really did beautifully on that is that it was very collective. So when she talked about our house, our dogs, when she talked about getting married, everything switched from mine or I to our. And even in terms of the gym, it was ours. And so that makes things, you're much more open to it. It's going to be much easier for you to find that ideal partner, much easier to find, you know, everything, because you're obviously open to it because you're already using the language. And that is a huge thing.
Beautiful. Beautifully put, Polly. That's the truth. Those little details are huge.
They are.
Those little details are huge. You know, and you know, when you think about what you want to attract in your life, everyone that's watching right now, what you want to, your dream, you have to start to speak from that place.
Yeah.
I always say to people, do not dwell on where you want to be, dwell from where you want to be. You're already there. You just start to be like, me and my partner are doing this. Me and my business are doing this. Whatever it happens to be. Really, Polly, that was a really wonderful thing to point out to everybody. Really.
And the thing is, you know, Amanda and I talked about this a fair amount.
Yeah.
We texted a little bit, but you know, she really came up with this on her own. Like there was no, like I never did anything like, you know, the I versus the R or anything like that. Like this is just a natural place of where she's at, which.
And yeah, and it's funny, Polly, you pointed that out because I didn't even notice I did that idea until you just said it. I was like, I didn't even know it. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And that's another gift that you have.
I love it. Really beautiful.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yay, Amanda. I just want to check back in with the chat. People are like saying, nice, awesome, yes. People are, Natasha says, absolutely, I'm feeling all of this right now. And she's getting goosebumps from seeing, listen, both of you are inspiring people to live their best lives right now. I just want you to know that. You know, it's like Natasha obviously is getting goosebumps because, you know, in the world, we are not, in general, really inspired to live a life that feels great. We're usually inspired to live a life that's just get by.
Yeah.
Just get by. Survival. The world is always going to keep telling you, okay, if you can survive, you're okay. If you're going to survive, it's okay. So I'm sure that Natasha is feeling that vibration of like, you get the goosebumps of like, anything is possible. Anything is possible. And as long as you do the work, you focus, and you keep moving in that direction so that it comes to you much faster. So good for you both. Yay! All right. Okay, so we're going to move to Joan now. So Joan showed her present day, and now we're going to show her future, which is 3 years from now in 2020. Now, Joan, I'm not sure if you can do the screen share or not. Did you say you can?
I think so. I think
if
it's showing now. Maybe.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
You talk this through.
Okay,
it's all you now.
Can you see the whole thing, or is it like cropped?
We see the whole thing. We see the whole thing.
Okay. Okay, cool. So this is a second ad that I made, like looking into the future. And so I just decided to go with the whole fantasy of presenting this other body of work, which you guys had seen in an earlier, I think in an earlier blog entry. This is like these collage color studies in photography. This is multiple exposure. So you can see there's like a red triangle, but then there's like an overlap with the blue triangle. So there's like a slice of overlap. And this is a body of work. I call them meditations. So the title of the work here is Visual Meditations. It's something that I've really connected with since starting a meditation practice. And I really connected with the work because I realized that these images were, let me think. It felt like a picture of peace, like the subconscious order that's inside of me when I'm meditating. There's like a purity and color and saturation, and then the interaction of two colors together, which create this thing that's impossible to see with the naked eye. So it's something that happens only in the camera with the multiple exposure. So that's a spiel about the work. The future show, it's presented by the International Center of Photography, which is
Joan, can you pause just 1 second? I do want you to explain. We did talk about this idea about how what is it that you are giving people in your art? What is it that you are, in regular business in general, you are solving a problem in some way? And I kind of challenged Joan to be like, what problem are you solving with your art? And I want you to kind of articulate that, because I think it's really powerful. It's actually very powerful about what is it that when people see your art, what is it that they're getting from it, and what does it help them to do? Can you kind of articulate that just for a second?
Sure. I think they're like guides towards enlightenment or inner peace. They feel to me like something that can help you. To me, when people see the work, sometimes they say that there's something familiar about them. And so I feel like what they help is point you to what peace feels like when you see the work. So something like order, or just like I said, beauty and enlightenment, I think they're very close together. And so this is like a visual sign for guidance.
Very well said. I wanted you to see the difference between everybody's process as you're watching. And I just want to say this really quickly. I'm going to cut in. I'm going to let you finish, Joan. But sure. People are saying in the chat, they're like, I like the title, Visual Meditations, for the exhibition. They're saying, spoken as a true artiste. Looks like a book cover format. And then someone else says, yes, I could see this as a coffee table art book, an art logo. So obviously you're resonating with people. People are seeing what you're putting out, which is really beautiful, Joan. I love that. Now, I do want to let you keep talking, because there's more about what your future self is on that invitation for your art. So keep talking about what that is, about everything else on there. Go ahead.
Okay. So the show is a traveling exhibition. So the show will be seen in multiple cities. I was riffing on a past, from the last show, we talked about having a vision of seeing a show opening by the beach. So all of these cities are beach cities. Miami, Cannes, Rio de Janeiro, and Bali. So that's kind of like a continuation on the theme of this beach art coming together. And then at the bottom it says, in partnership with the Neue Gallery. It's just one of my favorite art gallery museums in New York City. It's just like a really beautiful converted townhouse. And then I added the Free Tibet, like as a way of like the show somehow benefiting Tibet, because they're still being persecuted. And exiled. So yeah, I wanted to incorporate that the meditation is also a benefit to that movement too, to the Dalai Lama and just Buddhist monks and things that I care about.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely amazing. Amazing. Okay. So, Joan, you can stop your screen share now.
Okay.
I mean, incredible. Just great. I love that how you were able to articulate where you're going. I love that it works on so many levels. It's, you know, people here are saying, definitely an awesome coffee table book that everyone looks at when they come over and want to buy more from. People are saying awesome. I have a friend with a condo in Florida that would love to display this art in their lobby.
Cool.
So it's like, you know, it's great. And they only saw one image.
Yeah. There's a lot more, everybody.
Really great. There's a lot
Endless.
more. Really, really, really good stuff. I love it. And I love how you were able to articulate that. The beach cities has so much to do with what you want, and the travel, everything. Just beautiful work, Joan. Beautiful, beautiful. Great. Polly, do you want to say anything to Joan?
Yeah, I mean, I always like anything with charity. I always really, really appreciate, and I like the way you tied everything together. So it's the meditation. You actually tied that with Free Tibet, which is beautiful, and the gallery that you liked in New York. I like that idea that you connected with that and you put it on your ad, because that's another thing that's really important, that you connect with something that feels really, you know, really good, and you feel good there, and you put that on your ad. And that's a big thing, because if you feel good there and you recognize it and then it's on your ad, that's a really strong connection. So that was really good. I like that.
And I also want to say that I'm sure at these shows, in your, 3 years, it might be a year, it might be 6 months, who knows. At these shows, just like Amanda suggested, that your DJ mixes might be playing.
Oh yeah,
these shows, and there's going to be parties and the DJs, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's a beautiful thing for everybody to remember too. Don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself that there's only this one thing. This is something that I always come back to over and over. Don't just be like, I'm an accountant, but I love flowers. Who knows? Maybe you can incorporate your accountants with your flowers. Maybe you can incorporate your teaching and your DJing with your art. You know, it's like, it doesn't have to be one thing or another. You are uniquely you, coming back to what we talked about before, and you can incorporate all of that stuff. You know, it's like, for instance, I do all this teaching, but then, when I love paperwork, and I love making beautiful paperwork for people, cards and boxes and everything. And so I incorporate that with my students. I make beautiful cards for them that are handmade, because that's a joy that I have that I want to share with them, So make sure that you incorporate all the things that you do. The meditation is great, and the artwork, all of that, right? Beautiful. Because we're not just a one-trick pony. We're very complicated beings. And so celebrate all the stuff. And when you celebrate all that stuff, it becomes this whole thing called Joan. This whole thing called Amanda. Right?
And I want to bring up a point. There's so much pressure, with now that, there's more people not going to college. So, people trying to get into the right college, blah, blah, blah. You can really, it's like you can create your life exactly how you want it, and maybe you piecemeal it together, and I'm just going to use Amanda as an example because I've been working with her. But if she wants to do life coaching, maybe she wants to do nutritional coaching, maybe she wants to do personal trainer, she can piecemeal all that together and all of her strengths, and Amanda can do the same. We all can do the same, because it's like every little bit of training that we have, that's not our only gig.
Right. Totally. And it's like, you can incorporate, your personal life, Polly is an amazing mother. She's amazing. She runs her household. That's part of her whole life. That's just a beautiful gift that she gives to people. Paul's like, I don't know.
If you read my blog this week,
Yes.
I'm very open about what goes on in her life. If you
Yes.
read my blog this week, you're going to be like,
What?
yeah.
But I mean, but you understand, the point being, everyone that's watching, do not tunnel vision yourself into, if I don't become a successful Broadway actor, I'm fucked. Oh. Well, you know, that's the way it goes. Don't tunnel. I mean, I'm the perfect example. I wanted to be a successful Broadway star. That didn't really happen, but my performance skills brought me to teaching in theater, and that brought me to teaching other people about my spirituality, and I'm still on stage, and I'm, you know, it's like it becomes a melange of who you are. So one of the things that's really, this is a great way to kind of wrap up the whole season, I have to say, is that, you know, really everybody, accept all of the incredible gifts that you are. And in time, it will all come together in this most magical, beautiful way to become who you are. But part of that really is making a decision that you're going to continue to grow, that you're going to continue to inspire the world and yourself at the same time. And as you do that more and more and more, you become yourself more and more and more. Right, Polly?
Okay, so here's what I want to know. I want to know from both Joan and Amanda what the most rewarding thing has been from this experience. So it's been a month or 5 weeks. So what's the most rewarding thing that you guys have had, that you've gotten out of this experience? Amanda, you can go. 'Cause, yeah.
So, okay, I'll go. So, I would have to say, you know, coming into this, I was really, well, I had a problem accepting where I thought I should be and where I'm at right now. And I can, like, 100% say that I feel so much better where I'm at. I'm not worried about the future. I'm not worried this and what if that. I mean, that doesn't go away overnight. I still ask questions just because that's me, and I still plan. That's just what I do. But I'm not worried about it as much. And I love that I have a path. Polly has helped me kind of figure out what I want to do or what I would be really good at. And so I'm going to keep going with that. But it's just the feeling of not, you know, just you're where you're at because that's where you're supposed to be, and it will all work out. I mean, 4 or 5 weeks, I mean, I've had such good things happen to me, even at work. I mean, even if work's not my forever job, I mean, I've had great success at work and moving up even, and it's great. So, I mean, good things come to you. It's okay to accept them. So,
Absolutely. Yay. And that's one of the things why you had the compliment journal and all these little things.
yes.
This is like so key of what coaching, it can help so flippin' much. It's amazing.
And not just like personal life, even work. I mean, like this week, my boss is in town, and I had a meeting with him today. How he sees the potential for me to be a leader and possibly the leader of our. And a month ago, I would have been like, oh, no, like, that's not me. But I was like, okay, like if that's how you see me. And so now I'm mentoring with somebody. And
congratulations. Congratulations.
Yeah. Good. Very good.
Very good. And you know what? Congratulations, because you know what you just said was, you know, what I believe very strongly, and Polly believes this too, is that when your mind starts to change, then the circumstances start to change in your life. So
Yeah.
Amanda, you have been an amazing, incredible woman to watch grow and change and see how you've really applied the work. And I know that everybody here that's been watching you the whole time has been inspired by you, Amanda.
Good.
Really
Yay.
beautiful. And by the way, Sandy says, "Oh, I spy a sewing machine behind him." That's what she's saying. So.
I don't sew. It's not mine. Sorry.
Okay. All right. She's just saying, anyway. All right. Thank you. We're going to have a couple of questions to wrap up. Let's give the same question to Joan. So, Joan, what is it after this whole process that you're really taking away that you really have learned the most about yourself and your future and your patterns or whatever? What do you want to say about this whole process?
I think like the brightest light or biggest transition came when I realized that the whatever obstacles that I felt were stopping me were there because I believed that they were there. So that's really pretty powerful to realize that belief has a lot of impact on perspective. And so, yeah, I would say belief. So to be as aware as possible of like what you believe in, as in if you believe something's stopping you, then it is stopping you. And you can just as well believe that it's not stopping you anymore. And then permission, giving yourself permission to like make a list of cities that you're going to have a show in. Because if you don't believe in it, who's going to believe in it for you? So yeah, belief is really powerful. Belief and permission. I think those are the key words for me.
Beautifully said, Joan.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job. Good job. And that's true. It all starts from inside. So if you have a belief, it's kind of like I always repeat this thing from A Course in Miracles that says, your problem is you think you have a problem, and that's your problem. Because if you believe you have a problem, you're kind of screwed. You're kind of screwed, right? So, and that goes to big, huge beliefs. It goes to very minor beliefs, beliefs about the world, beliefs about yourself, beliefs about what's potential, what's not potential, whatever. All of those beliefs are shaping your life. And I really believe very strongly is that the experience of your life is all based on your beliefs. And some of us have beliefs that serve us really well. I mean, we all have a mixture. And then some of the beliefs are keeping us stuck, So congratulations, Joan. Yay! You have been just a really, really, really pleasure. And I feel like you really have become close to me. I feel close to you and, of course, to your partner. So I just think you're an amazing light in the world. And I believe in you. I completely believe in you. And I believe that many, many people will be able to see your work and be transformed by your work, your music, your art, your teaching, the whole thing that's called Joan. So I've been honored to be able to work with you, Joan. Just honored. Let's look back here. Oh, Amanda is in the chat. Amanda says, wait, let's go back. Hold on. Sandy says, both of you have learned so much. It's great to see and hear it. Very inspiring. And Catherine says, I believe in you, just kind of like what I just said. Amanda says, but unfortunately, not mine. Oh, the crafting.
Yeah, no.
Got it.
I popped it in.
Carol says, the only place that success comes before work is in the dictionary. Ooh, that's a good quote, Carol. The only place that success becomes before work is in the dictionary.
Oh. Whoa.
I like it. Sandy says, beautiful job, the both of you. Callie says, bravo to both of you for your efforts. So obviously you're inspiring people already, which is fantastic.
Absolutely. And I have to say, you know, Amanda was like, eating cake each week working with her. It was so much fun and so easy. She does it all on her own. So it was really nice.
And you know, I want to say, I mean, we're gonna do our little giveaways for sure, like we always do, right? But I do want to say this very interestingly enough is that, you know, coaching is something that is a very specific animal, right? And I want to say this, like when you said, you know, it was like eating cake. Some people are not ready to be coached.
Yeah.
But when you are ready, you're ready.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I know that Polly speaks to people that want to be coached. I speak to people who want to be coached. And sometimes you go, you're not in that place yet, but you can prepare yourself to get ready.
Yeah.
And you prepare yourself by watching Polly, by watching me, by reading stuff, and then something within you, and that's very kind of an ethereal thing that's hard to explain, but something in you goes, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready. And so everyone out there, if you're not quite ready to move to that next level of your life, don't worry, because natural evolution will bring you to that, like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to create my life. I'm ready to have more peace, more love, more joy, whatever it happens to be, than I've experienced in the past. So not everyone is ready for coaching, but for those who are ready to be coached, it is, to me, one of the greatest gifts you could ever give yourself. Being coached, when I was ready to be coached, probably like 10, 15 years ago, you know, I went to therapy for a long time, but coaching is a little different it's definitely different than therapy. But when you are ready, you know it. Mm-hmm. And you're ready to go on the journey. And you start. And it's like a roller coaster. Let's go. Whoosh. Right, Polly?
Mm-hmm.
It's believing in yourself. I mean, ultimately, you have to believe you're worth it.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. I agree. I agree. For sure. For sure. All right. So let's do our giveaways. Shall we do our giveaways?
We should.
Okay, let's do it. I have a surprise giveaway. Hold on one second. Wait, where'd it go? I have a surprise giveaway. Okay, so my giveaway, everyone that's watching right now, you're going to have to answer a question, and whoever wins my question is going to get Love in Action t-shirt. It's all about love. So this is our group that we do on Facebook. It's all about love, Love in Action on Facebook, right? So it's a beautiful pink shirt, and everyone that's gotten them loves them. So it's a pink shirt. It's all about love, and it is a medium, but whatever. It's actually pretty nice. So it's actually a woman's shirt, but a guy could wear it too. But I think so. All right, so here we go. So you are going to answer this question for me to win the Love, It's All About Love shirt. When we were talking at the beginning of the show, Joan and Amanda coached each other. And Joan gave Amanda a very specific app and website to work with. Who knows what that app and website, it doesn't have to be exact, but what was the subject of the app? Because Joan was trying to help Amanda with her new business. Wink, wink. So if you know what it is and you're watching, please put it into the chat right now, and whoever gets it will get this really awesome shirt. Awesome shirt. So Sarah says financial. Should I take that? I should take that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was financial. It was youneedabudget.com. So Sarah, congratulations. Yay, Sarah. Very good. Sarah is going to get a whole package. Sarah was the first person. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Sarah was the first person. So everyone kind of got it, kind of in different ways. But Sarah, you were the first. So Sarah, I will be sending this to you. So wear it with a lot of love because it's all about love. And it's really soft. All right. So congratulations, Sarah. I will be sending that to you in your package. All right. All right, Polly, you ready?
I am, but you know what's really weird? I just have to ask somebody. Is somebody out there that knows a Samantha that's probably passed? I just keep hearing Samantha, Samantha, Samantha. Is there anybody out there? Do you know a Samantha, Amanda? No, there's Samantha, Samantha, Samantha. You keep hearing it. So if it's somebody, it's somebody that's passed.
It's someone that's passed?
Yeah. But maybe knows a Samantha or a Samantha that's passed. I just keep hearing like Samantha, Samantha, and I feel it. But we're going to move past that if nobody's I
have a Samantha but it's not passed. I've been focusing on it, but you might be picking up.
Okay, because I keep hearing Samantha. But okay. Anyhow, so Amanda, so whoever wins my thing, that'll be Amanda's question, is 2 20-minute coaching sessions. So like 20 minutes this week and 20 minutes next week, or however we, work it out. So the question is, what city is Amanda planning on moving to?
I know. So let's keep vamping there, Polly, so we can wait for everybody. Okay. Oh, Sandy got it. Nashville. Sandy was first. It was Nashville. Right?
Sandy's on top of it.
Yeah, Sandy is on top of it. Okay. So Sandy gets it. So Sandy, you win. Congratulations, Sandy. Everybody's on top of it, right? They've all said the same thing. So it's good. And that proves you've all hung out with us. You've watched the whole show. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, so we will make sure that you get your prizes. I know how to contact each of you. Sarah, I'm already going to send you a package. Sandy, I'll connect you with Polly. Okay?
Awesome. Yay.
All right, so in closing the whole finale show, I want to just say for myself, it's been so fun. It's been, as Polly always helps me to remember, easy peasy, easy peasy, easy peasy. It's been easy peasy in a really in a very traditional way, but it's also been easy peasy because both of you have been, to me, really like smooth as silk, and it was the perfect match that I was with Joan and you were with Amanda. Yeah. So I want to say thank you. And I want to say thank you to all of you out there that have watched, that have followed, that have supported. It means so much to us because without all of you, we wouldn't be able to really do this show. And and that's what I want to say in just this whole thing. And who knows, Polly and I, we fly by the seat of our pants by following our intuition. And so who knows if we're going to do another version in 6 months or 6 years or in a year. We don't know right now, but you know what? We will follow our intuition to see if we're going to have a positive principle season 3.
Absolutely.
Right? And thank you so much, Amanda and Joan and Polly. Really, it's just been a beautiful pleasure.
It really was. It went so fast, and it was very, I feel like we really covered a lot of ground. It was very, very good. It was super fun.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So is there anything that, let's just do it like this. Joan, do you want to say anything to everyone that's been watching and supporting, or in a wrap up of the whole experience that you haven't said yet?
I'm just really happy I got to be part of this and to share with everybody and to hear their feedback and get to know Max better and get to meet Amanda. That's like an awesome surprise, and Polly. So I'm very grateful. I feel really lucky.
Thank you. Yay. We feel
Yeah, it was perfect. It was awesome.
great. Amanda, what about you?
Yeah, I am so thankful and I loved it. And if you do a season 3, I'm going to be so jealous of whoever gets on here. So if I would recommend coaching to anyone, at first it sounds scary because some people may think, or they have too much pride, they don't want to admit they need some guidance. But if you get a chance to do it, it's been great. So, but I love meeting Polly. We all have to stay in touch, please.
Yes.
Of course.
For
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. I'm just going to go back to just one thing. People are saying, thank you, Polly and Max. Keep up the good work, Amanda and Joan. Good luck, ladies. Many blessings to you. Sandy's saying they could be on season 3 also. It could be great to hear how things have turned out in 6 months or a year from now. So yeah, so it would be really wonderful if we could do that. We shall see. We shall see what the future brings us. But thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with us. And I mean, really, this show is called The Positive Principle. And the most positive principle that you can have, I believe, is being open to growth, being open to change, being open to that maybe someone else can help you because they might be a couple of steps before you and they can help you on your path to shining your light in the world. So thank you so much. And if you want to know anything more about me, again, you can go to attractpositiveresults.com. And I think that's it. You can follow me on all of the social media. Polly, what would you like to say in closing?
Yeah, and I want to say, one of my things that I've been saying recently is be open to love however it shows up in your life, whatever way, shape, form, whatever, because sometimes we think that love has to be, fit in a box. So be open to love. That could be gratitude, it could be compliments, whatever, however it shows up in your life, say yes to it. And I really do believe that. And so thank you everybody for joining us. And my website is gateways2peace.com. And I write a bi-weekly blog where I do, there's always some spiritual teaching and some channeling, all sorts of stuff. But anyhow, this has been a beautiful, super fun experience. And so as always, I love working with Max, and we had 2 fabulous people. And it's just been a great positive experience. So thank you, everybody.
Principle. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And I'm sure that we will see you very soon. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.